If you've gone through a divorce, I just need to know, does it get easier? Does it get easier being without your kids?
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll look at the story of a woman who divorced her husband but now cries when he wants to spend time with his children. We'll also analyze another woman who says she feels overwhelmed by co-parenting with her ex-husband, even though, ironically, he's the one paying her child support. We want you to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 150,000 subscribers before March, and with your support, we'll make it happen. Don't forget to leave your comments and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Now, let's get started.
If you've gone through a divorce, I just need to know, does it get easier? Does it get easier being without your kids? Because all I can do every time is cry. No matter what I do, I always end up crying the whole time. Please tell me it gets better because I can't do this.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Brothers, after all the time I've spent with this channel, I've noticed a pattern. Women on TikTok have turned crying into a business. When you look at their profiles, you see them trying to sell products, talk about medical topics, or anything else. But none of those videos succeed until they post a video crying. Suddenly, they go viral because they're crying about their divorce, their kids, or supposedly being with an abuser. And that's when they milk the topic to the fullest, gaining the support of bitter women who relate to their suffering. But the truth is simple. They don't feel what they claim. They just found a method that works for them to get attention and money. But let's continue.
You're a mom with all those tattoos and fake nails. Could that be a reason your kids were taken away? First of all, my kids didn't get taken away. The amount of comments from mostly men and stupid women like this is so funny to me. I just miss my kids when they're with their dad. I never in my videos said that they don't deserve to be with their dad or anything about their dad. I never said that I cry in front of my kids when they're with me. I never do that. My kids go with their dad on Wednesday evenings and the weekends. I get them 1 weekend a month. He gets them the other 3. I have them a majority of the time technically, but we do shared custody as we should, and I'm happy to be doing that. But I miss my kids. I'm their mother. I've been with my kids 24/7 since they were born, a stay-at-home mom. I miss my kids. What is wrong with that? If I didn't miss my kids and I was running around having the time of my life without them, then y'all would have something to say about that, wouldn't you? But the fact that you think because I have fake nails and tattoos that I'm not a good mom and I should get my kids taken away, you need Jesus.
Hey, bro. What? Oh, my God!
So, this confirms what I said. You made this video purely for attention. You picked a topic that most bitter women could relate to, but some, like the one in the comment we saw, noticed your dishonesty. This woman hasn't explained the real reasons for her divorce, but she's tried to sell a self-improvement narrative. First, she turned to drugs to lose weight. Then, she started posting her before and after pictures because, let's be honest, she was fat. And most likely, that played a role in her husband leaving her. Typical of a woman. She only wants to make changes after the relationship is over. But since none of those topics worked for her, she's now playing the divorce card. Coincidence? Of course not. There's no better way for the modern woman to profit off her ex-husband than by exposing her private life to strangers.
Oh, hell no!
Maybe don't post videos of you bawling your eyes out because you miss your kids. Because the internet will rip you a new one. I do want to acknowledge comments like this, just sweet comments. I picked this one because it had a lot of likes. I'm getting insane engagement on my video that I posted yesterday. It's super embarrassing, honestly. It was cringy for me to post, but I have just been struggling so badly when my kids are with their dad. And I just genuinely was like, I need like somebody to help me. Like, I need some advice. And I got that times a million, like the amount of comments on that video. And most of them are super sweet, like this one. I just want to say thank you and acknowledge that. I can't read every single comment, but I've read so many of them. And it really did help me. Like, it really made me feel less alone. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only one going through divorce. I know there's people who have it way worse. And people really going through it. Trust me, I know that. Doesn't change how I feel about my situation, about my kids. I just miss my kids when they're with their dad. I do want to say a few things to clear up because there's definitely some rude comments, assumptions being made, and not that I owe anyone an explanation, but I feel like people are just genuinely curious. So I'm going to give some facts of like what the situation is.
Did you see her body transformation video after losing weight? Did you notice how her content has changed over time? Now, let's take a look at what her actual agreement with her ex-husband is. Because one thing is clear to me. She's just waiting for the perfect moment to make up a story that paints him as the abuser. But let's continue.
We do shared custody. My husband gets them Wednesday evenings, and then he gets them on the weekend. I get them one weekend a month now, so he has them 3 weekends and then Wednesday nights. So it's not quite 50-50, but it's pretty close. And I'm happy to be doing that with him. Like, it hurts me and it's hard. I don't like being without my kids, but he deserves time with his kids. My kids deserve to be with their dad. He's a great father. I don't in any way, shape, or form want to discourage like their relationship or have them not spend time together. Like, that is not the case. The assumptions people make over just like a 4-second video, I don't even know how long it was, of someone being sad that they didn't have their kids, like, the assumptions are crazy. I didn't lose custody of my kids. I'm just sharing them with their father like I should be because he's a good father and he deserves time with his kids and my kids should be with him too. But I was a stay-at-home mom. I was with my kids 24/7 and I freaking miss them when they are there and I'm just not used to it. I know it's going to be an adjustment. Reading all the comments really was super helpful. I've got so many good tips and just advice. And a lot of you said that, like, it doesn't necessarily get easier. Like, you learn to live with it and time kind of heals, like she said in her comment. So I'm looking forward to, like, one day just not feeling this overwhelming sense of doom, basically, is what it feels like when I don't have them. I feel like the most intense anxiety, it's like a physical thing and emotional, obviously. But I just can't help it. Like, I try so hard to distract myself and it doesn't really work. So I'm excited that, like, hopefully one day I'll be back to somewhat of a normal. But I just wanted to reiterate that, like, I know that it can be it's probably just as hard for their dad when he doesn't have them. And I recognize that. Like, my video had nothing to do with him or our situation or our divorce, really. It was just I miss my kids when they're not with me. But I recognize that, like, he probably feels just as sad when he doesn't have them, and I don't wish that on him. I don't like that. Like, that sucks, and I'm not happy about that. Same with other dads. There was a lot of people in the comments like, well, how do you think the dads feel? I feel for the dads. I feel for everybody all around. Like, it's not like it's fair for everyone. It can be really difficult and it can feel really unfair. And I realized that. So I just wanted to kind of clear the air on some of that stuff.
He's a good father, a good man. In short, the problem here is her. Because if this man has everything it takes to be a good father and partner, why didn't they stay together? This woman was a housewife, and now she seems like just another one who won't look for a job. She'll just make TikTok videos. Something very common these days. And on one thing, I agree. The father has the right to see his children. She's not the only one suffering. While she only loses a few days with the kids, men lose over 200 days a year if custody isn't 50-50. It's not easy for a father to be separated from his children, but the system allows it. If you have any doubts, watch the next video.
To drop my kids off from my ex-husband, he's literally the biggest asshole. The fact that he still has friends, or the people that we were friends with are still in his life, blows my mind, because I'm like, how could you guys be friends with someone who's literally 2 months old? My kids are crying. I really cannot wait until they get to an age where they can decide who they want to be around or not be around. I don't know what his deal is right now. He's just been literally the biggest a-hole to me. He owes me a bunch of money from half of activities and school stuff, and so I don't know if that's what his deal is. I'm always like, bro, your alimony ends in a couple months. Get over it. I don't know what your problem is. I do. It's really not what I saw on my bingo card. My divorce bingo card was not being able to co-parent with my ex-husband who cheated on me. I tell people, the easiest way to explain the way he treats me is you would think that he caught me in bed with his best friend. That's the easiest way. Because he treats me the way I should be treating him. Okay, I feel better. Thank you. I gotta get that out. I needed to get some tears out. I woke up today so motivated. I was like, I'm gonna do all this stuff, all these things, create all this content, do all this, and then on the drive over, also July was the worst month of my life. This last July was, which is wild because every single July I've had something happen from a selfish person that just completely put my life upside down. I just can't talk about it yet.
Attention, brothers, attention addicts. How could this man not be angry? He has to pay child support and, on top of that, alimony to a woman he's no longer with. A while ago, I made a video about this same woman, where she said that if you're dating someone while going through a divorce, you should keep everything private. I can imagine her ex-husband must have loved that advice. Now she comes with the story that she wants harmony in co-parenting, while literally making him finance her happiness with alimony. In my opinion, this should be illegal. And on top of that, she demands even more money, claiming he owes her half of the kids' activity expenses. And here's the most ironic part. When they were married, she probably didn't sign the kids up for nearly as many activities. But they get divorced and suddenly, she enrolls them in everything, just to squeeze more money out of him. This is the sad reality for men. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, here are the questions for you. Is it fair for a man to have to pay for his ex's happiness through alimony? Do women really want co-parenting, or just more money from their ex? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.